Just coming out the cinema. Godzilla -1. Bloody hell, what a film! It's actually mad. It's
really
actually
good.
a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, story was good.
It was so good.
Yeah, Godzilla looked really good. The action scenes were different, and it looked really, it was proper sick. What are your thoughts? Go on.
It's like a better Transformers, where you actually care about humans this time.
Yeah, you actually care about the humans. In Transformers film, you never give a shit about the humans, but in this one, you actually like at the end when the person came back, you're like, yes, that guy, he has a life.
Yeah,
but yeah,
recommend it. Yeah,
I'm gonna save my score at the end, but Zane's score is
a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10, bro. It's very, very good. Probably one of the best Godzilla film.
The best Godzilla film.
The best Godzilla film. It's confirmed. It's confirmed. Oh, there's no other kaijus or anything fighting. It's just the humans having a shit. But it's better as it's grounded a bit. And it's freezing outside. Hi guys, we are back and we are here to give my review on Godzilla -1. And yo guys, this film was crazy. Spoiler warning everyone, spoiler warning. I'm a bit late to the party. I know this film came out on December 1st. It's December 18th that I've seen Godzilla -1. I had loads of work to do, man. I was busy, but I finally made some time. And today was the day I got to see it, and it was crazy. And seeing a Godzilla film in the theaters, it looks so massive, and the scale was so good. And watching also Godzilla X Kong trailer in the cinema, it was so good. Loved watching that trailer in the cinema when it came up at the start. But anyways, let's get into Godzilla -1. And I just got to say, I really, really liked it. The story and everything, like the characters in it, you actually care about the characters. It's not like, for example, like a Transformers film where you don't really give a shit about the human characters. You just want to see Autobots and Decepticons fight. In this one, the human characters are actually pretty good. Like the main protagonist, and he had his somewhat wife or ex-wife, I don't know what you want to call it, but his friend that he wanted to marry, and then she has like an adopted kid, and they have made like this weird type family type situation, which was really good. And he just lost so much, that guy, he just lost so much, and he's like a fighter jet thing, and he kind of redeemed himself at the end. And the way everything came together was really good. And my favourite part of the film was that beginning. The way this film opened. The night in Odo, I don't know how you say it, in Oho. That scene, and they're all mechanics, right? And all the mechanics basically dying with Godzilla. Bro, he's just a villain throughout the whole thing. He doesn't care about anything. He's just there killing whoever. And he's just freaking slapping them, freaking eating them, stomping on them. Like, it was so good, that scene. Godzilla just killing them. That was my favourite part. That opening scene, he was just badass, the way he was moving. And I was going to say, he did look quite small in that one as well. But that was a couple of years ago. So then it was like, I don't know how many years later until we saw him again, maybe like 3 or 4 years later, he actually grew a lot more. I really like that he grows over the years, which is really good. And very good detail that they keep within the films. And I just got to say, the score was badass. The score, they brung back some of the badass Godzilla scores from the other films and movies. And I'm not a massive Godzilla fan, but I know that score is beautiful because I heard it in Godzilla King of the Monsters. And that score, when it's the that shit is just it's godly. It's just it gave me chills just hearing that theme. And also like the villain Godzilla theme as well, the brrr, brrr, brrr. Now that shit was so cold as well. The 2 Godzilla themes in this was so well used as well. Every time Godzilla shows up, you just hear that dark theme, and the way he looked as well. I really like the badass close-up shots of the guy. Especially that scene in the water was so good. I didn't expect it to be that good. I was chasing him. He was quite slow in the water though. Like he was quite slow in that first water fight, and he couldn't even catch up to him. And they were like jetting it off, and then out of nowhere these massive battleships come in, and he's like slamming them, crashing them. A shot where he's like, oh, fire Godzilla type thing. It was really, really cool, man. The best part of this, like the trailers, I only watched the 2 trailers, the official one, and obviously like the little teaser one time ago, but official trailer 2, and then that one kind of sold me, man. When I saw that official trailer 2, it was so cool. And then the way he uses the atomic breath, the way it charges up so slowly, and then boom, he blasts off. The first time he used it, it was crazy, just nuked the whole thing, and out of nowhere the wind and the friggin' dust is flying back, and she pushes him aside, and she gets hit, and I was like, yo, she's definitely dead.
There ain't no way. That was the only part. It's like, what the hell? How is she not dead? Bro, and she came back alive at the end. Okay, this is a spoiler review. And dust came out, and there's probably rocks and shit, and she must have like flown through so much crap. I don't know how in the hell she survived that, but it was very nice at the end that she did survive that. It was kind of a happy ending at the end. He got to see the woman he cares about, you know. It was crazy. Like, even that bit where she was like bringing on the train and Godzilla bit the train. This guy Godzilla was not playing around. Let me tell you, it was so badass, man. Just when he was in Tokyo City, just destroying people and just stomping on them, not caring the world, and all those freaking news reporters live on the scene, just like, yo, I could see Godzilla straight in front of me and shit, and like, yo, they did Godzilla really well. It's so good seeing Godzilla as a villain. I quite like Godzilla vs Kong as well, because he was kind of like the more villain in that one as well, until the very end when fighting Mechagodzilla was getting ass kicked. And Godzilla as a villain, I feel like he just works so much better. He's not even like a villain. He's just like a massive monster. Like, this was like a realistic situation. Like, if this mad Godzilla showed up, like, how is like humans going to react to it? They're going to try and kill it. And Godzilla, he's just trying to, you know, fight back and just kill the people who's attacking him. And then, you know, he's just trying to kill everyone at that point. And then, you know, they've got to find a way to stop him. And his plan, I was like, how is this plan going to work? Like, I like the whole build-up in the third act, how the whole plan situation. That was really nice. The plan didn't make much sense at first. I was like, bro, you're going to make this guy go all the way down to the bottom of the sea. This guy breathes underwater anyway. What is that going to do? He's not going to drown. So what is this dumbass plan? And then when he comes back up with the balloon things, it's like, yeah, he's gonna bite him and get get free. He's like a spiky dude. Like, he can easily get out of that. And he's got claws. Like, those shit is gonna pop anyway, which they did. But that was cool. That he kind of got frosted. The only bit at the end though, that was really cool, was when Godzilla was gonna do his final atomic breath and it charged up. It was ready to go. All silence. I was like, yo, that was crazy. It was like full silence for a good like 25 seconds. Straight silence. We see the look on everyone's face. I was like, yep, they're all gonna die. That freaking atomic beam is some next level atomic beam in this one, but it's some next level one. I think it's more powerful than the Monsterverse one. Because when he does it, yo, you are not surviving that shit. No chance. And then out of nowhere, my man comes for him with the freaking aeroplane. That's all you hear. And then the score comes back in. Boom. Right into his mouth. Blows up. And I'm thinking, like, Godzilla had a good 25 seconds. He could have shot that off. What took him so long to shoot? He could have shot that off. Come on, he fully could have. He fully could have shot that off. It's not much to complain, but I'm surprised Godzilla died at the end. The fact that killed him was crazy. And he just kind of like rotted into pieces. Like, what the hell? And you see the like lasers going everywhere. But that was crazy. And that little scene at the end, he's like, regen. What is with this guy and regen? Because, like, they dropped a whole nuke on his face. His face blew up. And he just, like, half of his face blew up. And then he just regened it all back in the water scene, the first one. I'm thinking, how the hell? I didn't even know Godzilla has regeneration powers. Does he even have that in the other ones? I thought he just had tough skin. And, he can absorb radiation, gamma radiation and all that. So nothing really hurts the guy. It just makes him stronger, whatever, exposes him and everything like that. And this man has regeneration powers. Where the hell did this man get regeneration powers to regen a whole broken face in legit about 10 seconds as well? That shit went off and 10 seconds later he was back. Like, what? Like, what are we doing? Like, that's the bit. I'm like, how in the hell? It worked for this film anyway, but I just thought that was a bit stupid how this man just randomly did that. But you guys can correct me if I'm wrong there. Like I said, I'm not a massive Godzilla fan. I'm a King Kong fan. I'm not a Godzilla fan. But I really, really like this film. And I think it's easily better than the first Godzilla 2014. That's the only one I've seen. I've only seen the 2019 one. And Godzilla vs. Kong. And the Monarch series that's come out. But, mate, Monarch is so shit. It's like the shittest thing ever. It's so slow and boring. And Godzilla only shows up for a couple seconds every episode anyway. 4 and 5 didn't even show up. So -1 is definitely better than that. I would love to see a sequel to this, but don't do it. That's what I'm saying. Do not do a sequel to this because there's no need. It's so good as a standalone story. That's perfect. It would be cool to see this design again, maybe. I don't know what they will do with it, but I feel like it's just perfect as its own standalone thing. Godzilla -1. is really good. I loved it. I'd highly recommend it. Like, the action scenes were really good, and I think the story build up, it doesn't get boring. Like, once you're in it, you're invested, and it just doesn't get boring. And it was very, very enjoyable. That friggin' first 5 minutes was the best for me, man. That starting scene was the best scene for me, anyways. But the rest of it was really good. So my score, what will I give this out of 10? Damn. You know what? I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10 because it's actually a really solid film. I generally have no problems with it. You know, I really enjoyed myself. I'm gonna give it a solid 9 out of 10. This film, I'll definitely watch it again. It's a very entertaining. It's a great film. 9 out of 10, solid. And for having 10 million budget as well, that film looked amazing. Just hats off to the director. You've done an amazing job. That was amazing. Loved it. And this is the end of this video, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time. Say a bit peace. Bam.